Welcome back to Mercury Farms for episode 9 and a target ovarian cancer update with me, MrSealyp. Right, well, it's morning, 7:15. I'm up on the hill overlooking, well, the sawmill and, well, where I've been cutting down the trees anyway. I've got one full load here of 6 metre logs. They're going to go to be sold because I'm going to get rid of the Man TGX. As you can see, I'm going to have a quick whiz round. I've got a few more 6 metre logs just here. I wasn't sure how many to do for this. Everything else up on this hillside of the first planted load of pine trees has all been cut down and it has all been piled. These are all 8 metre piles and they're all ready to go. I'm going to try something a little bit different today with regard to loading, but I'm going to get a couple of new bits of machinery. As you can see, the tree harvester has gone. It's not here, it was leased, it's gone back. I did yesterday off screen 3 loads of manure from the livestock market up to the BGA. That paid out overnight about 60 grand, I think it was. I'm sure it was about 60 grand. I should have screenshotted it, shouldn't I really, but anyway, never mind. So we now have enough to buy our Scorpion King, which is what I've been saving up for. I'm not sure what I'm going to get for this, but you'll see what we're going to buy. It's probably going to become a little bit more obvious anyway. So what we're going to do is just pull up here, straps off. This is only going to be about 30 grand, is it? Maybe not even that. 32,000. That's not too bad. So that's 553. So on our drive over. Oh, okay then. Well, that's an interesting one. Come on. Ah, there we go. Back up again. Oh, that's stuck on that ridge. Maybe it'll go. Let's just double check. Now it's on the bed. There we go. Oh, another 1,400. Worth it. Right, so on our way over, what we're going to do is a quick update on the target ovarian cancer. When I say update, this is going to be the final update. I don't know, we'll see. Well, it might not be. If you missed the episode where I kind of tackled that in more depth, it was a few episodes back on here now, 2 or 3. And we are raising money for target ovarian cancer. A couple of screens will come up in a minute with a bit more information, because this is something I didn't realise at the time when I kind of agreed to help out a friend on this. How many people's lives it had affected. The amount of people that commented on that video saying family members, you know, wives, mothers, sisters had it, survived it, some hadn't. It was a much bigger thing than I realised. I myself am married. I've got 5 kids, 4 of those being daughters. It was a big thing for me. It was quite important, you know, that I felt needed to be done. And the couple of screenshots I'm going to put up are about, you know, knowing the symptoms. It's about raising awareness about it, you know. That was the thing. So they'll come up in a minute and it'll just be to have a look at, because you know what, even as a bloke watching it, you may be married, you may not be, you may have a sister, you may not, you may, you know, have cousins, your mum, whoever it might be. And it's no, I think we live in a world now where these things aren't just a problem that, you know, if it's a woman's issue, only women should know about it. Rubbish, you know. I think everyone should be aware. Anyway, regardless of that. So, the update is this. Winners of the MrSealyp knitted facsimile, limited edition, by the way, and you'll be sent a sticker. There might be a couple of bits from target ovarian cancer. We have got Paul G. We've got Richard Ulrich. These will come up on the screen as well. Brian Hoffman, Vincent Shanks and Philip James are our 5 winners. They have all been notified. They know that they're going to be receiving them. Where am I going to? The store. And a big thank you to Leon as well. Leon, you know why. Thank you very much. Incredibly generous. So, the final total, we sit at £1,052. I think that's phenomenal. Like I say, if you followed along with this, or you're new to this, I originally set myself a target of maybe saying we might make £100. People might donate 100. Then it was, well, okay, we've blown through 100, 250, then maybe 500, then maybe 750. But in my head I thought, you know, is it possible that we could reach £1,000? And we did, and we went through it. Now if you haven't donated and you want to, you still can. You can donate onto my PayPal. I said anything over and above whatever. We're going to make one big donation at the moment of what we've got. And then what we're going to do is anything else that comes in after that, I'll make separate donations. That's, you know, kind of how it's going to work. And if you want to, you can go straight to Target Ovarian Cancer and you can donate to them. March was Target Ovarian Cancer's like awareness month, so now we've flipped into April, so that money's going to be donated, the £1,052. My wife donated. I think nearly all of my daughters did. Even my daughter who doesn't work, she's only 16-ish. Pocket money, she said I want to donate, so she donated some as well, and I think that's just amazing, absolutely fantastic. So anyway, there you go, that's the update, that's where we're at. We've done incredibly well, and I say we because I really do mean we, as a community, as a group of people, as a group of subscribers. I cannot thank you enough for what you've done. So here's the first thing we're going to do before any more people come past. Let's open the doors. Oh, they would open out, wouldn't they? Of course they would. Let's go and speak to Dexter. Morning, Governor. Let's repair that first and sell it for 159,000. Okay, that's not bad. We haven't lost a huge amount on that. So what we're up to, 714,000. That is going to evaporate very, very quickly because we are in the market for... Oh, am I going to get in trouble? Good morning, lovely lady. We are in the market for some new machinery. What shall we have? We are going to get the... No, not the Buffalo. Quite close. We're going to get the Pond's Scorpion King, 440,000. We've used the 931 XC. If you've been watching my Marwell Manor, you'll see that I used the Sampo Rosenau. That's actually a really good alternative. That works vastly different to how it did on FS17. The boom goes up much higher, there's more control over it, and it will cut larger trees. So that's actually a bit of a result, that one. But we're going to go with this. So, Trelleborgs. I don't think I'm going to get Olisfors. I think I'm going to have it standard for the time being. I can always reconfigure it if I need to. So, let's buy that. That was a scary amount of money to just disappear. Next up, we are going to replace the MAN TGX, and we are going to get the MAN TGS IT runner. Because that has now been fixed. That was updated the other day, and that is working way, way better. I haven't done I haven't done an update really recently. What was I going to do with this? Main colour I was going to go with, I think I'm going to go with the Onyx because I do like that. And then we're going to go across to rim colour, which will also be Onyx, I think. And then design colour is where we're going to go MrSealyp green, I think. That looks better than having the main, because it'd be way too much green otherwise, I think. As far as wheels go, we're going to go chunky, because we're going to be off-roading quite a bit with this, I suppose. So, what's that come out at? 184? That's not too bad. Okay, so, let's buy that. Which also means we need a back for it. So, I'm going to start off with a timber runner back, and then we can use whatever, or the timber back. Forestry equipment, I believe, and we are going to get that 7,500. Now I could get multiple ones of those and have them dotted about, load them all up, then come and get them one at a time if I wanted to. Obviously that's going to be, oh, I don't know though, could I go with could do, but where's the fun in that? That might be a bit much actually, but I'm certainly not going to lose it, am I? And let's get that 1,500 for paint. That's a lot of money in it. Okie dokie then. So we've got some new equipment. Really, really cool. I'm also going to try something, like I say, that's the purchase part of the episode. Let's jump in that. Start her up. Now, crane controls. Let's see how we're looking on that. Oh yeah, 'cause it's easy. I've got easy arm, haven't I? And that should extend right out as I get to the top. Oh no, hang on. That's good. What's up now? Got my boom. Up and down. What I'm going to need to do on my other controller, I think, is drop that down a little bit. I'll get the height I want with that, and then I'll be able to do the rest of the operation I need with that. It should be fine. Okie dokie, righty ho. That's not too bad. So, we'll get this up first, and then we'll actually get on with a bit of logging, I think. Actually, before I do that, I think while I head up, that's where I'm going to put the pause in. I'm going to put those two little screenshots up that I think are quite important. Anyway, right, see up there in a moment. So I suddenly remembered as I started to do this, I was going to buy another timber trailer. You know, it's logging. You know, at the end of the day, you need as many as you can get your hands on. The one that I was talking about recently, and I completely forgot all about it. That's under forestry again, isn't it? Is I haven't got one of those ones. I did try with. I forgot. Is that what I've got? I can't remember now. Is this one? The Fleagle log trailer. Oh, it's 30 grand though, actually. That's way more than I thought it was going to be. The others are all like 18, 20 grand. Well, that's 23, I suppose. Oh, that's a big chunk of money though, isn't it? I might do that later on actually then. Because that is way more than I thought it would be. Anyway, we can have a quick look at it. I don't think I did a mod review on this when it came out. I don't think. Right, so you've got options on this. It's quite long, but it does have two kind of end stops. You'll see those in a moment. You've got a 3-axle one. It says collisions. Now the collisions are there, but the actual end plates aren't. And it does say on the mod hub that's designed for more professional gamers that know roughly the length of their logs. You can have it with 2 axles with a little sidebar between here at the back. You can have it just with 2 axles, but all of them say with collision. But then you can have it 3 axles, which is the first one, with the visible plates front and rear. So you've got one there in the middle, one at the back, which means you can only put, I think, 6 or 7 metre ones between them. I think it's probably 6s, which will kind of reduce the amount you make potentially, but then you're getting 2 lots on there. So. And then you can have the same thing, 2 axles with the sidebar between, or 2 axles, or with the visible bits, and then it goes back to the 3 axles with the collision, but without those bits visible. So it's not a bad trailer actually. I'd say 30 grand though. It's a bit pricey at the moment. Let's just say that. Anyway, we're good to go here. Beacons are on, and I'll get this up now. I don't know if the beacon's onto it. Yeah, so this now, the engine sound's been changed, more stable with various different platforms on the back. If you hook another trailer onto the back of it, whether it's a trailer or the timber runner with another container, the front axle doesn't come off the ground now. So yeah, it's been kind of revamped completely. All good. I think we're going to go this way. Yeah. Now what I have also done up on the hill is I've now, literally just in the last 5 minutes, not even that, I've placed a ramp. It's what I'm going to do in this episode. It's something apparently all the cool kids are doing. I kind of did this, not with a ramp, but I did it on, what did I do it on? I'm sure I said Ravenport, didn't I? It was Ravenport. Although I'm going to need to grab some equipment from the main farm, I think, and probably a fairly hefty weight. Now, the cool thing with this as well is, now I've got the ramp there, what I can do is I can just drive up like so and place a trailer like that. Give myself a bit of ridge, it does now. How's that end up in a dip? What's going on there? Oh, it's reset it, hasn't it? Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, that's not great, is it? Oh, fantastic. Wondrous. Never mind. That's not the end of the road. It's frustratingly annoying, but it is what it is. Anyway, so yeah, and then we'll use the bag lifter, which I haven't really tried yet. So we'll have a go with that, and we'll load a few of these up, and we'll get some more logs sold. That's the plan. And it's all, like I say, a means to an end. The logging will then start funding the farming. But I wanted to get to a point where I've purchased my own log harvester. So now we've got the Pond Scorpion King. Any money we make now is going to be focused away more from the logging, because we've got all of our logging equipment, towards farming. That's kind of where we're going with this. That was the plan. Good thing with this as well, it does mean I don't have to use that one there, but I can just plonk it down the ground. It makes it a little bit easier for loading. And like I say, at 7,500 I can get 2 or 3 of these and then just come and collect them as I need to. It's actually quite handy, isn't it? Like that. Now, something... Did I miss this? I'm just going to check something. I'm sure somebody said... No, it wasn't on this, was it? Someone said the door's open, but that must have been on... There's obviously the new mod for the case 7250. Anyway, regardless of that, I really have got to remember, because I've got my side panel next to me. I keep going into the menu and forgetting I can just press my side panel and get the menus open and closed. Right, tractor. I always go to the farm, grab the tractor, grab the bag lifter. I think I've got all the bag lifter stuff. If not, I'll go and buy it or lease it, or whatever. And grab a... I'm going to need a fairly hefty weight on the back of the tractor, because I haven't got a massive tractor. I've only got the T6, the New Holland T6 Blue Power. So I don't know how that's going to go. We'll see. It's all part of the fun. And here it is. What a thing of beauty. I've got one of those fancy rear weights. Look, oh, I do like that. Now, admittedly, it's in New Holland Blue, which doesn't quite match the Blue Power paintwork, but that's nice. I've also put rear weights on the wheels. I'm just thinking as much weight over the back axle as possible. Now, I am also aware that there are some issues. There can be issues with this lifter, in that it will try and lift like an entire log pile if you're not careful. So what I'm going to have to do is be careful. If I lower it to 20, now there's not the crane arm doesn't seem to want to work with this, which is interesting. Let's drop that. Don't want it going in and out. Let's go down. So I don't know how many it's going to grab. I don't want it to grab too many, you know. Okay, so let's see how many it's grabbed, shall we? 20 lift. Oh, I don't know. It's got. Yeah, there's no way it's going to lift all those, is it? So I think what I'm going to have to do with the telehandler is spread some of these piles a little bit, so I've got less in each pile. Let's drop those down a second. Right, try that again, and then hopefully it won't grab all of those. That might be better. Might not be. Could be horrendous. Right. Got that arm. That arm. There we go. Is there one caught underneath the... Of course there is. Caught underneath the front. Well, that's not going to work, is it? Come on. that might work. Oh, no, it's not either. Yeah, see, I think you're going to need a bigger tractor. Or like I say, less logs in a pile. I mean, then you end up in territory where you're just doing the same as you did before. But still trying to grab all of them. Oh, this is annoying. Right, hang on a minute. Like I say, I'm probably doing it with too small a tractor. I mean, to be fair, the telehandler will only do it, you know, like 2 logs at a time. You might get 3 in the manure grab. But I suppose what you can do then is when you cut the trees down, you leave it where it drops. So you kind of cut it up and you have like 3 or 4 logs. You're doing 3 or 4 logs at a time rather than 2 at a time. So it will speed the process up, but that's a bit frustrating. Right, just give me a minute. I'm going to tidy this up a little bit, try and sort out the pile. This one at least. So I want to do this, at least try and do it some justice before the end of the episode. That'd be wonderful, wouldn't it? You know what I think we'll try? Since we've got the Scorpion King new, let's jump out of that. Let's try. Start out. Let's find got some biggish fir trees over here, ones that were already on the map, so not pine trees but fir trees. Let's drive that over. Let's turn it on. Open the header. Cut length we'll put on 8, so let's go inside. Cut length up to 7, 8. Fantastic. Back out. Heights. Let's drop that down just a tad. Forward a little bit more. Not enough. Let's climb up a little bit. Swing it round to the side. Drop it down a little bit. There we go, and cut. Yeah, so if you cut one tree, obviously the pine trees are much bigger, so you'd get normally 4. Typical. 2 logs is what the thingy would do. Right, okay. Bear with me. Never goes smoothly, does it? A little bit, I think. Actually, I want to try and get these on top if I can, so let's try and alter the angle a little bit. I really don't like that. Where's that? Pop that. That way. Yep, close that. Lights off. Move out of the way. And stop the engine. Right. Lights, I suppose because it's still quite early in the morning, it's not even 8 o'clock yet. The lighting's not fantastic from this side. From that side, it's actually not too bad. And this may need a little shove together. Look. Where's that? Up. That. Perhaps I can give it a shove like that. There we go. Give that a bit of a shove together. Right. Let's give that a go. Still might not be any good, but the whole point about this is giving it a go and seeing what works, what doesn't. Let's see that one too far. Okay. Yeah, so if you do one, I mean obviously that's 2 trees, but I've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 logs in there as opposed to 2, sometimes 1 if you use the telehandler. So I can see why people are doing it like this, and it does seem fairly stable in those straps as well. The problem's going to be whether or not I've got the reach up here when I got the ramp. Now some people are using ramps, some people are landscaping and making themselves a little kind of almost a trough area where the truck can go into. So get to the top there, this is where it's going to get a little bit trickier. That's got to come all the way up. Like that. That needs to go right the way up and right the way out. Oh, okay. Tell you what though. I think I've got too many, haven't I? Of course I have. Will that drop down in between? No, I'm going to lose some of these, aren't I? Forward a little bit more. Right, let's undo the straps and see what happens. Okay, could have been worse. Could have been worse, that's alright. Problem is now I can't lift that one. I don't think. Not without picking them all up again. Just do that one? No. Okay, well. I haven't really done this with this before, so this is right the way out. Right the way out. Try forward a bit again. There we go. That's better, and I should be able to get them all to drop in this time. Bingo. Right. That's alright, actually. That's not bad. Right, I'm going to have a bit of a fiddle around with these piles then. Try and get them into smaller groups. But that's a lesson learned for chopping them down. Using the telehandler, it works obviously way better. I need to make sure I'm using the right. The weird thing is the crane joystick on the side panel doesn't work with this, and I've tried pressing 21 to change implement, and it's not. It'll go in and out if I twist it like so, but it's not going up and down. I'm not getting any crane control. Someone did say keep your finger on the red button, but that's not working either. So, yeah, don't know. Right. Tidy up time. Yeah. These poles are perfect when you're using a telehandler because you can scoop in and away you go, because the weight of the pile kind of helps you grab them. When you're using that, you need them to be in like 4s and 5s rather than massive pile like that. So that's what we'll try and do. So from now on, when I'm using the harvester, as I'm cutting trees down, I'll cut a tree down, leave it in its pile, cut another tree down, leave it in its pile. I won't gather them all up like this. Yeah. So all the time I spent doing this off screen was a waste of time. That's good to know. Right, I've taken a bit of time. I've separated some of the piles out, not all of them, but I've got a few bits here. I've probably enough to load this log trailer at least, and maybe start on the next one. Don't know, we'll see. It becomes a bit of a balancing act. It's a fine kind of balance, depending on how many logs you've got in this strapping. Obviously the size of the tractor will make a massive difference. The bigger the tractor, the easier it's going to be. A kind of balance of the rear weight you can raise and lower, so the lower you have it, the better it's going to be. The front here, if you try and extend the arm the boom on this or raise it up too quickly, it can tip. So it's about keeping it as low as possible until the kind of the last moment. But we're over the trailer again. Next load in. The next load is going to have to go the other way around because I've gone thick to thin that way. So I now need to go thin to thick. So what I've got to do is come at a pile the other way round. I think it's as well the key to this is not having the pile too spread, but unfortunately I can't do a lot about it with some of these. But I've put my hat and my beacons on simply because I am a danger to other people, and it's probably not a bad idea. At least they know to keep out of my way. Always safe. Let's drop it right down if you can. Not a little bit like that. Keeping the straps as close to the logs seems to help as well. So if I raise it up now, we're okay. I'll keep those low to the ground as I possibly can, right up until I get to the trailer, and then raise it all up. That way I found that it hasn't toppled. But it's, yeah, I say, it's not necessarily the most realistic way of doing it. But like I say, all the cool kids are doing it. Everyone keeps messaging me saying, why haven't you done it using the bag lifter, the strap in, and you know, so that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to do all aspects of logging. We've done wood chipping, we've used various different tools, we're using all sorts of equipment that I wouldn't normally use. Right, raise that up, as high as that will go, raise that up, as high as that will go, get it forward. There we go. There we go. It all just comes down to practice, doesn't it? Actually, let's put the crane arm out a little bit. I'll bring it down. There we go. Perfect. Straps off, and in we go. That's actually really, really good. I can see when people kept saying to me, "You've got to try it. You've got to try it. It's going to be way, way quicker to load up trailers." Like I say, the setting up is the bit that you've got to get right first of all, because I've got mine in massive piles. I've got to now take those piles apart to get this to work. So setting up right in the first place will make all the difference. I need to do the same thing here. I need to go thin or thin to whichever one. Doesn't matter. The opposite to what I just did anyway. Let's do that pile there, because then I can get to the other one. It becomes a bit of a jigsaw puzzle really, especially the way I've done it. No, they seem quite spread apart, so what I might do, let's drop that whole assembly down, use that as a bit of a nudge, merge them together a bit closer. That might work. Okay, let's bring that in, drop that down, no, down, that's the way I'm going to go, out a little bit, forward a little bit, am I in the middle? Oh no, not even close. That would have gone all over the place. It would, farm dog. Yep. I quite agree. Shoddy is what it is, shoddy. Right, straps. Has that got all of them? Let's lift it and see. It has. They don't seem to be very well balanced though. Okay, that's not too bad once we get going. Let's swing this out. I really do like this rear weight. It's just, well, front weight, rear weight, whatever you want to use it as. The fancy weight, that's how I'm going to refer to it. Okay, that's up quite high. Crane up. This might be spread too far now, actually. Keeping the weight high. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get these all in, am I? It just right, I might. Bring that end in a bit. No, not quite there. No in. Oh, that might work. I don't like the way those logs, yeah, all the gaps. Look away now. Just give it a little bit of a persuasion. It's fine fun, dog. I'm really happy with that. That top log's annoyed me because that should have fallen the other way. I wonder if I can persuade that with the telehandler. Maybe. Right, let's grab another pile. This can go the other way, and that's that trailer pretty much full. So for all the people that did suggest this, thank you very much. Like I say, it's something different to try, and I'd imagine loads of you have been doing it already. There we go. That's better. Straps. Lift it up. I might bring it in a little bit, I think, that way. I think this will be probably more than this should be taking. Might have overloaded it slightly. Don't worry. Right. Actually, what I'm going to do, before I do anything else, go and grab the telehandler, and I'm going to move that top log if I can. Where did I leave it? Oh, there it is. It's in the tall grass somewhere. That does not want to move. Come on. Oh, hang on. It's moving. Did that like it was moving? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. That's what I was going for. Is that on a shove? Look it. Oh, it doesn't want to move that one, does it? No, that one's stuck in place. Right. Well, at least that one moved. The Persuader. Break out the Persuader. This might be too much thinking. The load that broke the camel's back. Well, if any fall off the side, I'll just pick them up there. There. Yeah, that's seriously overloaded, but it's on. It's done. This thing is wicked. Beacon's off. Lights off. Let's bring that down. In for a second. No. Which means now, strapping this up. I'm going to find the straps. They're going to be down the other side, aren't they? That'll do. So whether or not I can get to drive out this hole now. Not cross-axled in here. Ah, we're good. Ooh. Say that. Nice. That worked brilliantly. These aren't at full maturity yet, so these won't be logged next. I'm thinking about going back over to the forest that I own. Seems like a good idea, doesn't it? Although then it's a long trek backwards and forwards to the sawmill. I've got the nursery bit just, well, right the way through there over the other side. I think they're at full maturity now. I think. Okay, what do you reckon? 40 grand? $41,777. Not too shabby. I'm happy with that. Right, well, that works. All good. Keep missing the track. There we go. Probably would be easier if I went around the outside of this, wouldn't it? Rather than through the middle. But right, so I think what I'm going to do now is, like I did before, I'm going to spend a bit of time just loading all of the trailers up, so they're all loaded. This one, that one over there. Where's the other one? Oh, the trailed one is down by the sawmill. I can go and grab that as well. Yeah, using the lifters working really well. There certainly is quicker loading a trailer than using the I mean, I say that, than using the telehandler. I'm used to using the telehandler now, so I can do it fairly quickly. I know I said it before, but it's the prep, isn't it? If you've got piles like that dotted around all over the place where you've cut down a tree, that's one tree. You've cut down a tree, that's one tree. You can go and pick those up with the lifter in no time at all and load a trailer up. And I suppose, yeah, one load with the lifter would be 2 loads using the telehandler. So, yeah, kind of, it works, doesn't it? It's a pity you can't get the lifter to go on to the telehandler. I'm pretty sure you can't. What's it come under? Miscellaneous? Pretty sure it is, isn't it? There we go. That's the lifting arm. No, you can change the colour, but it's no option. It's a front loader attachment. It won't go on to... Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? That would be so cool if you had an attachment that went on the telehandler that changed that coupling from a telehandler coupling to a front loader coupling, and yeah, you could use it on the front of the telehandler. That would be phenomenal. Anyway, right, okay, what to do next? Well, carry on loading trailers, obviously. So I need to get the next trailer under, really. Right, let's grab this. Right, to the deck. What I can do is come and grab this one as well. Fantastic, right. Now, to be fair, this one in front should only really take 6 metre logs, but I might be out of chance my arm. I might get some 8s on there. At this point, the world has gone a little bit bonkers. But don't worry. I have got rid of the ramp. What I'm going to do next time is make sure that I flatten the piece of ground before I place the ramp. Because obviously that put that dip there, which was right in front of the ramp and was a bit of a problem. I have loaded this up with 8s. And they overhang a little bit. Not by much, to be fair. A metre maybe. I've also loaded this one up with 8s and definitely overhangs over the back, but they're both really full. And it's all gone really well. I'd have to say I definitely got better at using that. The more I used it, the more the controls became a little bit more kind of, they made more sense. You know, it's the same with anything, isn't it? Anything in the game, you just get better at it. The piles are dwindling, which is fantastic. And we have come to the end of this episode. Just wanted to say another massive thank you to everyone for the donations for Target Ovarian Cancer. I have now officially made the donation. I know the page bit came up earlier on in the episode, that I did that during editing, and I've come in to do the last bit now. The donation has officially been made. Thank you to everybody. What a fantastic bunch you are. Anyway, like I say, that's it for this episode. I'm going to go and sell these now. I hope you've enjoyed it, found it useful, maybe not, and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest, whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.